So it's knowing and learning what's the appropriate size, in this case, heart, for the organization that you're in. If you're a two-person company, you you really just need copies of yourself, and everybody's doing everything like the little 4-cell, 8-cell creature. When you start to specialize, it's still very primitive in the beginning, but you'd like to know where you're going to get to so that you can put some of the foundational principles in place. And it's an art form. I mean, there's not a science to this, as far as I know, that says this is exactly what you should be doing in 2 years of development of a company. This is where you should be. It's very fluid. It's very dynamic. It's very messy in the real world.
Hmm.
But there is some general, principles of scale there that you you have to apply. And I think it's and I've seen it. I've done it both ways. I've done it where I've grown the company too fast and I didn't scale the heart and the rest of the organs underneath it, so that I didn't have a fully functioning organization that could continue to grow. And you had to put the brakes on and retool a bit. And I've gone the other way where I've built, I took something, knowing where we're going to go. It's like, all right, I'm going to be a marathon runner. Let's stick that big heart in this little tiny organism. No, that doesn't work either. And I've made both mistakes. So we're going to use that just to talk about, how we, scale a company appropriately. So is that a good analogy?
Yeah, I thought that was great. I always am a huge fan of your analogies, Rich. So I love that. The idea of growing and having the right sized organs for where you're at. And I guess I was thinking that if only it was nature taking over, making some of those tough calls, like it does with a baby, right? For us, growing a company, unfortunately,
Yeah,
nature, you can't just let nature take its course, because
it's
human
true.
beings being what they are, it could be a mess, right?
It
So
is a mess every time.